4,000 pounds of feed, I use this scoop, or two of them at the same time, to scoop all the feed into these barrels. Okay, so as I'm editing this video, I realized that the microphone must not have been plugged in on my other camera. So basically here I'm just talking about the delivery of feed that's coming. They were supposed to deliver it the prior week, but the truck driver said that he couldn't get down my road for whatever reason in a full semi, which is not accurate because we've had semis before, even with this same company. So they were trying to put it on a smaller truck with a lift gate, and then that guy is on his way. He's the one who calls me there, says he'd be there in about 45 minutes. So I'm basically just getting the barrels and stuff ready, because my hope is that he will bring the feed all the way up to the shipping containers where I have to unload it from there. Okay, so the carrier would not drive it all the way up the driveway, so this is what we're left with. So from here, I'll load it up in the barrels and then we'll drive it up where we're going to store it, and it's just going to take some time. Well, that was a process. The shipping company would not come on our driveway. They started talking about wanting a waiver signed before they would come on a driveway for whatever reason. I don't know, I think they were just making stuff up. So my plan is to not use them again, but they dropped the 2 totes at the front, 2,000 pounds a piece. So I had to load up the barrels onto the trailer, drive the trailer to the front, unload it with a scooper, and then put it in the barrel. So for most 4,000 pounds of feed, I use this scoop, or 2 of them at the same time, to scoop all the feed into these barrels. So we got 13 barrels of feed. The last one of pig feed, this one here, is not full. It's maybe a quarter of the way full. It just couldn't fit, third of the way full. I couldn't fit in the other one. So the chick starter fit in 6, the pig feed fit in 6 plus that one. This barrel here is just some grit and some deer feed. So this is where we'll just run all the feed out of for now. I would definitely not recommend ordering 4,000 pounds of feed and having to do it by hand. So next time if we order that much, I'll probably just rent the skid steer for the day, because there's plenty of stuff I could use that for, and then just use it for dual purpose. So all right, so today we got to get some maintenance done on some of this equipment. The mower I put 41 hours on the mower. Supposed to do an oil change at 50 hours, but it's been some hard hours on that mower. So do the oil change a little bit earlier. I'm going to do air filter. It's been dusty, so we're going to get that ready to go. I got to put together this tiller so we can start tilling up some garden beds for garlic to put in this fall. I got a chainsaw sharpener, so I'm going to sharpen the chain on both saws. All right, now we're gonna do the oil change and air filter on the mower. This tire is flat too. This is the one I patched after I hit the fence a while ago. I'm not gonna go ahead and replace it yet until I'm done cutting down brush. So I'll probably replace it after the first of the year. It runs out of air about every 2 weeks, so it's not a big deal to fill it up for now. But I don't want to buy a new one and then have that one destroyed too. So I gotta get air in this, oil change, and air filter. Chainsaw sharpener. So I got it set up here on the back of the RV, and we're gonna work through sharpening these 2 chains here. Well, that was pretty easy. First time I ever done this. In the past, I've just bought new chains, but I figure it's better to sharpen them. Definitely seems sharp to the touch, so I guess we'll put it back on and see how we did. Alright, well, I was going to start it and test it out, but the carb on this thing is a mess, so I have to get this all cleaned up. I got it used from a family member. It runs great, but just just needs a little bit of maintenance. So I'll get this cleaned up and then should be good to go. Well, seems to work pretty well. So got a little bit of work to do. There's a bunch of brambles and old tree roots and crap like that that it's got to go through. So we'll have to go back and forth and then pull all that stuff out, and then we'll be ready to plant the garden.